So here's a few self-reflection questions for you as we're moving now into these early stages of 2025 after the Lunar New Year. And we're leaving behind the yang energy of the wood dragon for the yin energy of the wood snake. So just feel into, as the weeks progress, just be understanding that a lot is happening beneath the surface. There's a lot of change going on within ourselves, within the whole world at this stage. So you can just take some time over the coming days and weeks to check in with yourself. What is the old me? Are you noticing that there's some things left over from last year, or even some of those patterns or behaviors or thoughts that you've been dealing with perhaps, your whole life, or certainly a very long time? We're in a phase now of being able to gently allow that old. There's been lots of cleansing and clearing happening, but now there's like another gentle layer of refining and processing and releasing again what no longer needs to be there. So it's a little bit, think of yourself a little bit in that divine feminine energy of growth. When you look at nature and you look at a flower blooming in those time-lapse things you might be seeing on social media, which are amazing, I love those. The flower actually expands and contracts throughout its blossoming process. It's not just one full-on opening if you watch it closely. There's different power within that. And so there's a lesson that we can take from nature, as always, about giving ourselves the time to remove our consciousness and our physicality from that overly yang energy of do, be, go. And when you talk about, I want to talk in a minute about shining more and stepping into your light more and showing others who you are, being seen, but not from that way of the old way of flash and that brash confidence. It's not that energy. It's about being gentle with your authentic truth and allowing that to bloom. So self-love is going to be a big theme coming through, as it always is, but really giving yourself the opportunity to diverge, to move away from what you can feel is the old, just witnessing it, and then looking at what is the new, what are some of the undefined areas of me, what are some of these beautiful things that are coming online now that I'm noticing, new ways of thinking, those little fleeting momentary things where you realize something's new, but you might dismiss it because the old patterning is easier to remember, or you recognize it. So it's those fleeting moments of feeling something new. Maybe it's a fluttering of joy or excitement, or just an understanding that you don't fully know who you are anymore. And that's a beautiful thing, because the who of you is becoming more authentic. It's having more of an opening, more of a stage or a platform, if you like, to shine, free of the past and free of any of the old stories and challenges. So just be aware with this shift from those two frequencies of energy, astrologically, that there'll be a bit of a push-pull. It's a little bit like when you are doing more and more of your spiritual work and there's more spiritual energy, you're connecting to your soul more soul and material body connections are happening, and that can bring fluctuations of temperature. It can bring different physical conditions as those two different elements, if you like, come into harmony with each other, which they are meant to do. So what the message is the growth can come with difficulty, or an awareness where you're not aware, like you're not sure what's happening and you'd rather be sure. So be open. Think of those beautiful time-lapse flowers as they grow, they expand, they contract. That when you're contracting again, you're also pulling in more energy. So it's a little bit like a dance of the new is coming through, but it's grounding in. That's the best way I can describe it. Just feeling in to the energy. And also remember, we're all unique beings. So you come here with you've got your astrology, you've got your human design, your numerology, you've got the lessons that your soul chose to incarnate with, you've got your soul contracts and your personality. So remember that we are all unique beings. And the more that we lean into our uniqueness, the more that we actually start to build a whole or a collective of all individuals, but who are pulling together for the right reasons. So we do not look for conformity anymore. We look for uniqueness, and the uniqueness leads us on the path to this harmony, unity, community that I am always talking about. So just be gentle with yourself, be self-loving, witness the journey. What am I releasing? Allow the old things to fall away. What am I coming into? What's new? Have an open sense of curiosity. It's a beautiful time to connect in with this divine feminine energy, and at the same time, our yang, our inner masculine energy, is being healed from all of that old toxic patterning and allow it to stand in its truth, where it has creative life force, it has that balanced, wise, peaceful confidence and power. So please do not reject those qualities because of all the stuff we've seen out there time and time again. That is leaving now. We are grounding in for this new way of being. So honor your path. Look for the uniqueness. Keep leaning in with curiosity to what is coming online, what is new. And love yourself when the old raises its head, because when the old comes up, it's just giving you an opportunity to see it and to move forward. It's not a sense of failure. It's a badge to say, tick, keep going. Look at how far you've come. Welcome to the new year.